Greetings, Belta Loda, and welcome back to the channel, friends. Rumor has it, it's Expanse Day, the best day of the week. And today we will be watching the Season 6 finale, Episode 6, Babylon's Ashes. Now, throughout the entirety of Season 6, I've been dressing up as my beloved Belters, and I thought, what better way to end it than with the greatest Belter of them all. Now, I know right now there are a lot of Naomi and Drummer and Ashford stands and Belter stands around the world saying, wait, there's a greater Belter, but unfortunately, friends, I'm not taking any questions at this time. I love each and every one of you and all those characters. I have a lot to say about this season, this series, this experience that is The Expanse, but I'm going to keep most of that for after we watch and react together, my friends. The one thing I will say is, have no fear. Expanse Day, the best day of the week, will be continuing on this channel. The Expanse Doors and Corners will premiere. Now, this is where, for the first time, I will be reading the books, and as I read the books, comparing them to their corresponding episodes or segments in the show proper. We'll be exploring everything. Differences in characters, differences in plots, similarities in dialogue, each and everything that we can find, plus supplemental material from Ty and that guy, interviews with the cast, and of course, Easter eggs that hint towards other story beats later in the season. But friends, all that is then and this is now, and now it's time for us to watch the Season 6 finale of The Expanse, Babylon's Ashes. Let's do it one more time. Prepare to engage maximum warp reaction. And here comes the juice. I'm happy about this. I actually feel good about this.
Anytime anyone goes through a ring, they don't realize they're taking a massive risk.
I say we blow up the ring.
My people will not take orders from you.
I don't expect them to.
Oh, I love it. Blow up the ring. You all are insane if you think this is going to work to your favor. This is going to go well.
What did you do with Zan?
Why would you do that?
You have to tell us where he is, baby. It's not right to leave him out there.
I'm sorry. I didn't know how long it was going to take to fix him.
Where's your brother?
Oh, dear God.
Hug too. It's okay, he's fine.
No. Stay behind me.
See how they kept like his arms moved, kind of a little stop and start?
Baby, it's not that I can't be your brother's not here.
Daddy?
Dear God. Oh, boy.
Daddy.
Calling the soldiers.
What? You're not even going to... I mean, I understand this is an incredibly impossible situation to try to like rationally approach, but
You're scared of me. I know, I'm sorry. Zan, the soldiers are coming. We have to go. We have to go. Come on.
oh my word.
I'm over here. Mommy, Daddy.
I mean, clever.
There's nothing you can eat out here. You'll die.
How does he know that?
It's okay. If I die, the dogs will fix me.
Oh no. We gotta blow up the ring. We gotta blow up the ring and seal our solar system off. We've got to do it. That's the only way out of this.
That they are forming up into 3 major battle groups en route to the ring. They know we're going to engage with them at some point, so they're trying to split up our forces. The best opportunity to stop them will be here, here, and here.
I love that.
Massing battleships is a numbers game since the age of sail.
I'm sure you and your faction did their part.
Not recently. But things can change quickly.
It's this kind of bullshit.
This group consists primarily of tenders and supply vessels with a smaller gunship escort. Your ship should be able to handle them.
Don't worry about us.
Enough with all the hit-and-run guerrilla war crap. This time Inaros is gonna have to stand and fight, and we're gonna put an end to it.
We're gonna draw a line.
Marco will hunker down on Medina Station behind his railguns, in control of our colonies and 1,000 systems.
Which is why we have a plan B.
Blow up the ring.
The Rossi will be on a hard burn to get here.
We will rendezvous with an old ice hauler, the Giambattista, which will be transporting a heavily armed assault team.
To assault what?
The ring station. We've come up with a way to distract those guns and make ourselves a much harder target.
How?
We'll get to that in a minute.
It's quite
Okay.
ingenious, actually. We'll make a belter prop.
Thank you.
Thank.
The assault team will land on the surface of the ring station under the minimum firing limit of the railguns. We'll take the control bunker, turn the guns on Medina, and force them to surrender.
They get railgun too.
Is this the best you could come up with?
Madam, I know the ring space in that station better than anyone.
You can control it.
You're such a fucking optimist. It's a miracle you've lived this long.
He's a paladin. He knows it. He knows what needs to be done. Friends, we're in the credits. We're in the end game now. But not the end game. Season end game. There are rumblings, my friends. There are rumblings. I don't want to give false hope or anything like that, but we'll talk about it afterwards. It certainly seems like there is some concrete interest in this property. We'll have to see if it amounts to anything. What do you got, Philip?
Reporting for duty as ordered.
Take your station.
I still think she's a double agent. I don't know why, but...
Jama always kiss that inner's boot.
Wilwala.
Even though he'd never admit it, he needs you. And we all need to be able to count on you. Can we?
Of course.
Well, thanks for that awkward conversation.
After a clean run to Medina and us safely behind those big Laconian guns.
And who knows what else?
You expecting something more from Duarte?
Oh, shit. Boy, this cocky fucker knows how to plan, too. As you all have said, and as I agree, he is a bard, but he also knows how to fight, unfortunately. Started with an ice hauler. Let's wrap up season 6 with an ice hauler.
That thing can really hold all this?
Oh, yeah.
How?
You know, a lot of Martians still consider the Rocinante a stolen ship.
Must have driven Alex crazy.
It did. He'd tell people that the ship wasn't stolen, it was just smart. And went looking for people worthy enough to fly it.
That's right. That's right. Jesus, Clarissa.
The juice injectors in ops haven't been flushed and reset for a while. I know a visual check's standard, but considering
I can take care of that. Okay to do it now?
Yeah, patch kits can wait.
Thanks, boss.
The injectors are my responsibility. You know that.
I do.
Do you remember the first time you called me boss?
No.
It was halfway through my first run on the camp. You've been there longer. I thought you were fucking with me. Clarissa calls you boss now. I think she means it in the same way.
The growth of these characters is... Clarissa, what's wrong? Oh, no. Are her mods effing up? There's a big problem right there. And collapse syndrome. Oh, no. Jesus.
Smells so good.
What do we have here? Textured mushroom seco de carne.
Wow.
Don't get your hopes up.
I can always whip up some red kibble in a pinch.
Oh, God, please don't.
Please don't.
No.
Not ready yet.
You need a hand?
They're fighting each other. Like a family.
I didn't want to give her a chance.
I'm glad you did.
I mean, if Jim gives her a chance, I mean, everyone should, right?
I'm going down to the ring station with the ground assault.
You can't. Ship can't go into battle without a mechanic.
Ship's got one.
You gotta tell him, Clarissa.
And if I'm gonna get myself all for the cause, fine. Better reason than most. I just prefer to be looking the guy who's gonna punch my ticket straight in the fucking eye.
Let's not talk that way.
Someone who says they don't want to be a hero. You sure end up being one a lot.
Some are born to it, and others reborn into it.
This is good. Thank you. Not too much salt?
Last Supper? Fuck this show. All right, now, fucking hold up your end of the bargain here. The MCRN and the UNN have been showing their asses. Holy fuck, she is out in the pattern. I just can't believe that she's like, you know, not somewhere protected. Come on, Tynan, let's go. The ghost knife is with you in every atom of that ship.
UNN Battle Group 1 has located the Pella and will engage.
Let's fucking go.
We not let the freighter on. A fat prize. If we cannot kill Marco ourselves, happy to take what is his.
Hell yeah, my man. Hell yeah, my man.
I'd feel much better if our Secretary General were safely in the rear guard. I'm sure that...
I need to be close enough to maintain real-time communication with the fleet.
Lucky kid. Got a scene with Christian. Also probably set him up to be like a body later, but...
Fire!
Let's go.
Direct hit on Pella.
That's way too easy.
The Pella's hurt. They're falling back. Must have damaged their reactor.
They're not showing us. They're not showing us what's going on Marco's ship for a reason.
Back to protect it.
Nope. Break away. Break away.
It's not even returning fire.
It's a trap.
No one is firing at the freighter.
Copy on missile system targeting lock.
We're firing at the freighter. He switched the fucking drive signatures.
It isn't the freighter.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Power plates away.
Fire!
Oh no. Oh no.
Airships, counter batteries, fire!
Oh no, you're outgunned, drummer.
Outside to incoming. All guns, free fire!
You are outgunned.
We got it!
Oh my god. Oh my god.
All ships, this is Drummer. Disengage. Collect survivors and rejoin the fleet if you can. Leave the Pella to me.
Oh, drummer.
A collision course? Captain.
We can still catch it.
Reactor will overload.
That will help.
Oh my god. Ah.
Just beat you to it. Then you watch your screen.
Come on, Walker. You can make it, dude. Oh, man. Oh, fuck this shit.
Is it bad? Am I hit?
Yeah, you're hit real fucking
I
bad.
don't.
She needs help!
Kathleen Robertson did a fantastic job in that role. I only ever knew her from 90210. Hudson Hicks. Yeah, I see it. I see it.
Assault team is 3-0 green. Rossi, we're ready to roll.
Copy that.
The last ride of Jim Holden and his Immortals.
Good luck. You never say that before a fight.
I'm saying it.
Same to you all. Rocinante out.
Love this fucking world, these characters so much, man. So much. Oh my god, they're firing them in the canisters.
Odds aren't terrible. A little worse than Russian roulette.
What's that? A casino game?
Yeah. All those items going through the ring, though. The Rossi's using her for cover.
I'll fly as close to the periphery as I can.
If you're still around, Space Cowboy, help us out, buddy. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, big dog.
Goddamn, the new armor held.
Hell yeah.
Fuck, we're losing power.
I've seen multiple faults in the grid. The reactor's trying to scram.
Override, we can't slow down.
If we don't, we'll melt the core.
If we slow down, we're dead.
We can't kill the Rossi.
I'll fix it.
Go, Clarissa.
We're stable, but still losing power.
Oh my god, this is a lot, man. Come on, Clarissa. Oh my god, she's so hurt anyway. Fucking shedding tears for Clarissa Mao. What? What is this world coming to? That is arcing so bad.
I know what to do. Clarissa!
Damn it.
Come on!
She did it. She did it. Come on, big dog. I literally cannot stop crying.
We're going for the pods. Ready torpedoes for counter battery. Ready PDCs.
Yeah, use our PDCs to try to save the pods.
Everybody ready to get a little shorter? This one's gonna be 15G.
Oh my god. Let's go, guys.
We're out of the railgun line of fire.
Man, Pucker Factor was right.
Clarissa's not answering her phone. I'm going to the reactor.
She's gone. She died saving them.
Clarissa! I hurt my head. I thought you were gone.
I did too.
I'm gonna earn my keep. This was the good stuff.
Come on, my man. Come on, my man. Look at you showing off, Expanse. Look at you showing off. Oh my god. Oh my god. What a shot. What a motherfucking shot. Let's hope they don't have a lot on here. Bobby. Look at that shit, man.
Heavy weapons at the bunker, at least 2 dozen contacts. At least 4 RPG launchers and heavy machine guns.
Oh my god. The RPGs can take out.
Fuck. Charlie, do you have an approach? Charlie, report.
They're gone. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is turning to shit really fast. That's right, stay behind Medina. Drones. No, oh my god, no, no. Oh, this son of a bitch was ready. This son of a bitch was ready.
We're gonna need air support.
They can't move until we get control of those guns.
I don't know what to do here.
I'd rather get shot in the front than the back.
Me too.
Come on!
Wait for my mark and then we go full speed for the station. Spread as you go to control.
She went. She went. I knew she was gonna go. It's Bobby fucking Draper. You wanted to fight, motherfuckers. You got one now. We're with you, Bobby. We're with you. Make him pay, Bobby. Make him pay. Oh my god. She did it. Oh no. Help her. Help her. No! It's getting torn apart. Yes!
We lost the guns.
You got him though. Oh my god, man. Come on.
The ring to Laconia is now closed. You're on your own.
Get fucked. So much for your big surprise.
How do you do it? Do what? So easily cope with all the people we've killed. It could have easily been me instead of Rosenfeld.
Or me.
Or me. Always. Let's bring it back around.
Any true builder could wish was to die fighting for the cause.
For the cause or for you?
Bingo.
After all we've done, you still can't see what you've been given.
What? Death? It's what you've condemned me to.
If we took the raw seed out to the ring station, could we use a reactor to power up the railguns?
If we had a couple weeks.
We send it back to the ring, set it to blow when they come through, then take out a few of them. Maybe one or two more with the debris.
Bloody their nose at least. And then we just shoot it out with the rest. Entry. Take a ship out that way.
Look, each time they went through, I knew there was too much mass going through there.
Every torpedo and railgun slug, and we time it all just right, we should be able to wake the entities up.
Have them take them out.
If we wake them up, they might stay awake.
This could put an end to Marco once and for all.
This is a hell of a gamble. If you got any words left, motherfucker, now's a good time to give your own eulogy. Because my money is, has been, and forever will be on these motherfuckers right here. Show this fucking bard the churn. Oh my God. She has to kill her boy. She has to do it herself. Oh my God, in merciful heaven, man. Look, it's waiting for you, motherfucker. It's waiting for you. Too late. See you later, Bard. We didn't see Philip, though. Maybe he got off. Maybe. Maybe.
The United Nations, Mars, and the Belt have formed a new authority to administer trade to the ring colonies.
Belters will control the traffic through the ring space.
Oh God, here we go again.
An authority with 2 inner votes and only 1 for the belt isn't sharing power, it's a puppet show.
I take great offense to that. You have no
Prime
right.
Minister.
Everybody, we just keep our heads here for a second.
We will take our niche in the future and allow you yours. You have my word. Is that good enough? Will you take that? Why is your word?
Right.
Going around in circles.
Jim, you got anything?
Do you agree with her?
You want to show someone you trust them, you put your life in their hands. You can't just pretend to. If you can't do that, you don't really trust them. And if we can't find a way to trust each other at this point, I doubt we ever will.
Jim.
A person above reproach, apolitical, with a history of working honorably with all sides.
Jim.
Wait a minute.
James, it's time for you to make history. Again.
Put the paladin in charge. You can trust him. He's the only one you can.
This union will allow us to use the ring safely and share their benefits with all.
Look at you, Jim.
I'm proud and humbled to accept this position as the first president of the Transport Union. Before I agreed to take this job,
He's off script.
I insisted on a few conditions. One of them was that Kamina Drummer would be vice president. I'm not a belter. I'm just a man from Earth representing people I respect and sometimes love. An outsider, and I always will be. And there's a problem with that.
Don't you fucking do it.
Which is why, as my first official act,
He's stepping down.
I resign. The future of the belt has to speak with a belter's voice, and in that spirit, I'm proud to introduce the new president of the Transport Union, Kamina Drummer.
Don't you fucking do it.
Duplicitous little shit.
It was the only way.
The two of you planned this.
We had to.
You were negotiating in bad faith.
It was the only way to secure the peace. The only way we all move forward together.
Yeah.
And you know it.
He's good at this, Christian.
Oh, James. I hope you're right.
He hasn't been wrong yet. Good. Look at her. Look at you showing off, Expanse.
Hey, I made something for you.
She hasn't told him yet either.
You'd still have the original if you hadn't come visit me. And I always liked it, so...
Nice. Oh, the tribe. Half expected Miller to be sitting there.
I pissed off a lot of people.
You certainly did.
Needed to be done.
The universe never tells us if we did right or wrong. It's more important to try to help people than to know that you did.
Please have gotten off. Come on, kid. Please have gotten off.
More important that someone else's life gets better.
Oh, please, Philip, tell me you got off, buddy. Oh, thank God.
Maybe one cruel thing you said haunts them forever. Maybe one moment of kindness gives them comfort.
Nagata.
Maybe you said the one thing they needed to hear.
Please let me. You told your mom, didn't you?
You just have to try.
Is he on the Rossi?
You were very wise.
Did he make it to the Rossi?
And we still don't know what happened to that proto-molecule sample. Sooner or later, we're gonna have to do it.
Let's just stay here for a minute.
He had to have told her. I'll see you again, big dog. I know I will. Oh my God. I knew that was coming, but I didn't know that was coming. All right, everybody. We just got done watching the Season 6 finale, Episode 6, Babylon's Ashes. And the only thing left to do is talk about it. All right, everybody, I just clicked and clicked. We just got done watching the Season 6 finale, Episode 6, Babylon's Ashes. What can you say about a show like this, huh? I mean, it's, it keeps you... it keeps you invested, let's say that, up until the very end. And invested, I certainly was and continue to be. What is The Expanse as far as a show? It is, there's nothing else. I'll say this. The Expanse is one of those shows that even a Swiss cheese brain like mine will never forget. The Expanse has changed my outlook on the way you tell a story. It has changed my expectations when I sign on to a new tale or series. It has reset the bar to an impossibly high level. We can go on and on about, the idea that The Expanse, and the opinion is rightfully so, never received the awards and accolades that it should have. 100% should have. Should have won them all. Because the acting was absolutely peerless from tip to tail. The performances were otherworldly, no pun intended. They continued to build. It was a character exploration that was done in tandem with the writers and the actors to great effect, the greatest effect I've ever seen. And I can't wait to now read through the books and see just how great of an effect that was. I already know it's great, but to see the source material and to see the adaptations and the liberties that were taken by both the actors and the writers refining characters, because that's what you do when you get a second chance, is you correct some of the things you didn't like about the first go around. I said this, and when I started, I was maybe episode 2 or 3. And I thought, my God, I love everything about this universe. I love all these characters. I love all the factions. I love the way it's being presented. I love all of this. And then it was almost right around that time that somebody told me, hey, like For All Mankind, which I have watched with my son, That's like the spiritual predecessor to the Expanse. Now, again, take that for what you will. You know, is it, could it be? The idea, though, that it shares the same DNA, the same type of passion for purpose, is something that I absolutely love that show. And I think that helped me sort of really open up early to the Expanse. And it was shortly after, I mean, maybe episode 5, when I said to myself, I never want to leave this universe. And I fully intend to never leave it. You know, this is a universe much like Star Trek and Star Wars, like the big kind of staple umbrella basket sci-fi situations. You know, I mean, there's so many different properties you can pull up that are just kind of iconic for sci-fi, Blade Runner and Aliens and all that stuff. But, you know, for me, for this, and I love all of those. I'm not dismissing any of those properties, and I love them dearly. The Expanse is my long-winded way of saying I have put the Expanse in that pantheon. I never want to leave Star Trek, you know? I never want to leave the Expanse, and I'm not going to. I refuse. And in so doing, you know, I realized too that whenever I started watching the show and I was into the first season, people said, hey, when you finish the first season, you can read Leviathan Wakes. And I thought, oh, cool, I'll definitely do that. I'll do it right as soon as I finish the first season. And then I thought, no, because when I finished the first season, I had already felt that homesick feeling in my heart. And I said, oh my God, you know, if I read the books along with watching the shows, when I'm done the series, I won't have anything. I won't have anything. I'll have to rewatch, reread. And I don't want that. I want to draw it out. I want to be in the universe and live each new moment and each new breath and second. And as it was intended, you know, inside the moment, not looking back, not, you know, reminiscing. I want to be there on board the big dog, you know, flying with that incredible crew. I want to be there as long as I can be. And so then I decided, you know, it was right around the beginning of season 2. I'm like, I'm going to have another series right after this. And I'm going to read the books along with the show and see how they're different. You know, I'll teach myself the differences, and I will, you know, explore with my community at Patreon, find out exactly what's going on, what you know, the Easter eggs, all that great stuff that you all have been so incredibly kind to non-spoilery give me during this time. The guidance has been absolutely otherworldly. Now, I'm going to say this, and this might ruffle a few feathers, and I don't mean it to at all. This is no disrespect to any other community. I will say this, though. The Expanse community has been utterly amazing. They have been incredibly supportive, incredibly kind, incredibly passionate about this ship, about this tale, about these characters. It is inspiring to me to be in your orbit. It is inspiring to me to be guided as I was. It is inspiring for me now to say that having seen the entire series, I can at least put that feather in my cap, that I've seen the series. And friends, the pledge I make to you is I want to be as much in this universe and as much a citizen of the Expanse as you all are. And the saga continues. Now, with that, you know, Expanse Doors and Corners, Expanse Day, the best day of the week, will continue. But let's give Babylon's Ashes its due. This was, and again, you all have kind of explained to me, you know, it's pandemic. They had to rush, budgetary concerns, you know, a lot of things going on. By the way, I'm going to end all of this with the little nugget of hope that I have seen for the future of the Expanse. Babylon's Ashes did an incredible job of, and again, I'll know whether or not it was truly incredible or otherworldly incredible whenever I read the source material myself and be able to compare what was omitted. A lot of you have said, you know, they really crunched a lot into these, which I'm assuming they do with every one of the seasons because, you know, it's a book, and to condense that down into, you know, however many episodes, Herculean. But as just a viewer without the knowledge of the source material and without the knowledge of things that might have been condensed or omitted, I think that this was one of the best feeling endings that I think I've ever seen. It was, you know, so many seeds dropped for the future, so many storylines that are just left dangling, just the threads are still there. You know, I mean, obviously everything that's going over on Laconia, I mean, come on now. I mean, that's going nowhere. That entire stuff. We literally left those kids running off into the woods. You know, obviously the brother infected with proto-molecule or whatever with proto-molecule. You know, I think proto-molecule's gotten a bad rap, to be honest with you. I think that there's way more to it than just the destruction that we saw from Protogen and, you know, kind of like that subversion of it. Very interested to see where that goes. I can't wait to read books 7, 8, and 9. Completely uncharted territory for me. And that in and of itself is the lighthouse on the hill, you know? Oh my God, I can't wait to have more adventures with these characters. That's going to be the best. I don't know how the hell I'm going to handle that when I get there with Doors and Corners, but we'll handle it together, my friends. But as with Babylon's Ashes, the ability to give everyone a moment, give everyone weight, give everyone this power of presence that only this show could do. You know, could somebody do it as well as The Expanse? I never say never. Sure, somebody could do it as well as The Expanse. Has anybody done it as well as The Expanse? Not for my money. And can somebody do it better than The Expanse? I don't think so. You know, this was just an incredible way of not stopping a story. This was an incredible way of taking a breath. You had this incredible conflict with Marco Inaros and the Free Navy. You had this incredible, you know, just run up with Protogen and the Proto-Molecule and Eros, all of these things that were compiling over the past couple years of time that, you know, they had been together since the Cant, and all of these different things that have been coming through the death of Miller, the rebirth of Miller, the death of Miller, all of these things that were just kind of, you know, spun up, the time when Illis, the, you know, learning about the Proto-Molecule, learning about the builders, all of these things, all of this time, all of this incredibly momentous in not just a character, but in humanity, you know, able to bring it all up to this moment where every one of our principal characters can go. And that's where we are. We are at that breath, that pause, that natural stopping point. So organic. It's so, you know, and again, it is it's almost like halftime, you know, it's almost like intermission. It's almost like they got to this point and they said, you did it. The first leg of the journey is over. Have a good sleep at camp tonight. And that's what they gave us. I love the idea that Philip got out, that I was heartbroken thinking that he had died and that Naomi had to do it, and then him going out and putting Philip Nagata. By God, every time he stood up to Marco, I called him Philip Nagata, and I absolutely love that he did that. I absolutely love that he's coming around, and I don't fault that kid at all for any of the stuff, any of his actions. He is a teenager who has been brainwashed his entire life. I give that character all of the credit in the world because I mean, again, you all have said he's between 15, 18, you know, throughout the events of since we've seen Philip. At that age, I could never have that type of insight into a figure that, you know, a father that has been deified, who has been absolutely, you know, crowned king, who has become this incredible leader, you know, and then, you know, to be able to see through it, to be able to not just give him a pass. Oh, you know, Dad's just upset. I'll give him a pass for the horrific shit he said to me. I'll give him a pass for what he did to my mother. I'll give him a pass for the bullshit he told me about my mom. I'll give him a pass for all that. That would have been 99% of other people in Philip's place would have gone that route. And he was that 1% that said, no, this isn't right. This is not right. And I won't be a part of it. And to have that strength of character at that age, it's otherworldly. And I can't wait. I'm praying to God. I don't want any answers to this, but I hope Philip is in books 7, 8, and 9, because boy, oh boy, would I love to see his story and character advance and to see how he ends up. You know what I mean? Because if these writers have shown us anything, they have told us that they have plans and tales and chapters and trials and tribulations to take their characters through. And at the end, it's good. I mean, as far as our crew, you know, I am very heartbroken about Clarissa's condition. I hold out hope that there's maybe something they can do about it. But you all have told me, and I've kind of gleaned from some of the comments, that there is a pretty substantial time jump between book 6 and book 7. And I'm wondering if they don't just begin, when book 7 starts, she's just referenced, Oh, yeah, Clarissa used to do that. Because 5 years, something tells me it's going to be, I think somebody told me it's like a couple decades, which is a lot, but that puts it out of the time frame of her survival. Life expectancy at 5 with no prescribed, course of treatment. Not great. I just love the idea that at the end of this, it would have been easy. There were several moments. I'm sure the writers, when they were writing the books, had several chances to say, and I'm sure the conversations were had, should we kill this character right now? What is the weight? What is the impact? Do we kill one of our darlings? Do we make a statement here, in this epic battle against Marco, entering ring space, going down to the... And I'm glad they didn't, because as much as, the death of Amos might, be in that moment, or the death of Bobby, I think that their survival carries so much more weight. I mean, does it make you feel better that they're going off on their own and doing these things? Yeah, but I kind of liken this to Firefly and Serenity. Spoilers if anybody has not seen both of those properties. But, you had the death of Book and you had the death of Wash in Serenity. And to be very fair, the death of Book had weight because it turned Mal back around. I don't care what you believe in, just believe. And that kind of reoriented Mal. The death of Wash, though, while sudden and shocking, that's my example of a death that, while heartbreaking, didn't carry as much weight as if the character had lived. You know what I mean? And I'm not sure how controversial that is, but I think that, Wash being the one that they took out, much like if you were to kill Clarissa during that battle and have her die in the reactor room, she would be remembered fondly, but there would almost be a heartbroken quality, not to the manner of her death, but the manner that she was robbed of the life that she could have created. And I think that's the better story for a character like Clarissa and for a character like Wash, to see, where they go and how they get there. That for the audience is more impactful than a death. And I mean, this is an expert writing team. They are incredible, the best I've ever seen. In putting these stories together, and they absolutely, I agree 100% with their choices. I think that they were, I'm sure there was a struggle to make them, and I think that they did everything absolutely correct. I think that you couldn't have asked for a better outcome. I mean, now for our core, with Jim and Naomi, Amos, Alex. I love these characters, man. I love them. They are so well done. They are so well written. They are so well performed. They were created with incredible care and incredible talent on every aspect. Every atom of these characters has been woven with a passion of purpose I have never seen before. Out of the gate, these characters were amazing. And, I think that in and of itself, for me, is the legacy of The Expanse. The TV show, The Expanse, is you have source material, which I will learn about and be able to either refute my own statements or support them. But you have source material that was converted to a television show that was then interpreted by the actors. At some point during that game of telephone, something gets lost. That somebody says, oh, I'm going to go this way, or we're going to try that, and it doesn't work. And again, I might change my mind when I read the books, but this is an evidence in my mind right now, from what I've seen, of how you can combine the creative efforts of the writers, the directors, showrunners, and the actors to create characters so compelling and so utterly realistic that they become iconic. And it was done with such love, with such care, with such soul giving. I mean, Dominique's role as Naomi was otherworldly. Amos's journey that Wes gave was absolutely otherworldly. When you look back on the very first time we meet Amos to where we left him here in Babylon's Ashes, Wes absolutely crushed the shit. I mean, he And again, what all you've told me, he did so much preparation and study to kind of go into somebody that didn't have fear and had emotional kind of, shortcomings. Incredible job. And I think maybe the most underrated person, and of course, you could go on, Kara as drummer. And of course, Thomas Jane as Mill. There were so many incredible performances. They were all absolutely amazing. All of them, Ashford, all of them amazing. And I think the most unsung, Christian, I could keep going, right? The most unsung hero of all, Marco Inaros. Keon did an amazing job. Amazing job. The unsung hero of this show, I think, our straight man, the one that couldn't really go out of the pocket too much, the one that anytime did something out of the pocket usually caught some shit for it, is Steven's portrayal of Jim Holden. I thought that it was incredibly well done. I thought that, and here's my thing with Jim. Jim is able to, Steven brought Jim out of the gate, the Jim that we know. And he never, we had his Ahab moments there, but he was able to pull himself back around and give us this character that is inherently noble to his core. Have him suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, have him get bruised and battered, have him come back around and show us what a true leader does, show us what a true partner does, show us what a true brother does, show us what somebody that is willing to put everyone else in the universe ahead of themselves, what that type of good can do. And that's the writers, that's Jim Holden, and that's Steven. An incredible job leading and captaining this craft and ship. I will forever be in your debt. I always said that Malcolm Reynolds was my captain. He always will be, but he's a co-captain now. As promised, my friends, I will end with this. There have been rumblings out there, as I'm sure you are all aware, that Amazon is taking down elements in certain regions of the Expanse. That it seems like it doesn't seem like there's certain legal licensing, things like that are coming up that are not being renewed. I will say this, that right now they are actively getting the Mercy of the Gods series into pre-production as it has been bought. And so with that, there have been rumblings about the future of the Expanse. Now, of course, most of the internet is speculation and hope. But I will say this, on the nuts and bolts side of it, when you see people interested in a property and you read it in Variety or something like that, that there are rumblings that somebody wants to buy the Expanse and somebody wants to produce the final seasons. If that is true, take it with a grain of salt, of course. I do so as well. I am certainly not selling myself on the promise of hope, but hope is eternal, and we can never truly forget this show and the hopes that maybe even in the same time frame as the jump between books 6 and 7, we will once again see that ship fly. And for me, and for my money, she will. And I'll get to see it. And I can't wait to watch it with all of you. My dear friends, to each and every one of you, thank you for being on this journey with me. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for your non-spoilery comments. Thank you for your drive. Thank you for your passion for the Expanse. So thank you to all of you. I appreciate you, each and every one, for being here with me, for supporting me, for listening to my stupidity and listening to my, idiotic old man rants and whatnot. It means the world just to have you on my side for this, the best day of the week in Expanse Day. I hope to continue seeing you, but if our paths part here, know this. I will always remember the support that you gave me, and I will forever look to the stars in the hopes to see you again. And with that, my friends, I give you a simple tip of the cap. I hope to see you, my friends. And until such time as our plumes cross again, Vulcan roll, and I'll see you.